So today we'll be installing Kali Linux 22.3 in our VirtualBox in our Windows 11 PC. Let's go first with our objectives. The objectives of this video is by the end of the session you'll be able to describe Kali Linux, decide if you should be using Kali Linux, install Kali Linux in VirtualBox. The minimum requirements is you need 2 GB of RAM, but 4 GB is recommended. 2 GB free disk space and 40 GB is recommended. CPU, 2 cores, Kali Linux, ISO, and VirtualBox and extension pack. Now what is Kali Linux? Kali Linux is formerly known as Backtrack Linux. It is an open-source Debian-based Linux distribution aimed to advance penetration testing and security auditing. It does this by providing common tools, configurations, and automations which allows the user to focus on the task that needs to be completed, not the surrounding activity. Kali Linux contains industry-specific modifications as well as several hundred tools targeted towards various information security tasks such as penetration testing, security research, computer forensics, reverse engineering, vulnerability management, and red team testing. Kali Linux is a multi-platform solution accessible and freely available to information security professionals and hobbyists. Now, what is VirtualBox? It's basically the use of a software to run multiple operating systems on the same hardware. It is a computer that can run multiple operating systems. Now let's go to our PC and create our virtual machine. After that, we are going to modify our virtual machine settings and start our Kali Linux installation. At the Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager, click on the New button to create a virtual machine. Then enter the name of your virtual machine. And just leave the virtual machine folder in default, but you can go and change that if you want to. Then select our ISO file, then hit open. And just leave the Linux type in default, and we're going to select here in the version the Debian 64-bit because that's what it's based on. Then we're going to hit next. Then make sure that you click your virtual machine, which is your Kali Linux. Then hit the settings button after that. Then go directly to system. Here in memory section, you can choose 4 GB or greater. Then after that, here under processor, let's go with 6 CPU. Then after that, let's proceed to display, then maximize it until the end for most footer display. Then inside the storage, we're going to select the empty disk, then the disk on the right side, and choose the disk file, then point the ISO file, then click open. You can do some changes over here at the left side, but let's not do that for now. Then click OK. Now we are done modifying our VirtualBox settings. Then we are going to choose our VirtualBox and hit start button to run our VirtualBox machine. and start our Kali Linux installation. Now let's choose graphical install, then hit enter. Then let's select English as our language, but you can change that if you want to, then hit continue. Let's select United States as our location, then hit continue. Here in keyboard, I choose American English, but you can go and change that if you want to. Now let's just wait it will load up, then after it's loading, we're going to proceed to the configure network. Just leave that as default, then hit continue. Then we're going to leave our domain name as empty, and let's type our username, then hit continue after that. Then we're going to input our password for 2 times, then hit continue. And you have to remember your username and password because you're going to use that to sign in to your virtual machine. Then we're going to leave the clock as Eastern, hit continue. Under partition disk, let's choose guided, use entire disk, then continue, then choose your partition disk, then continue, then partition disk in all files in one partition, then continue. Now finishing partitioning and write changes to disk and hit continue. A prompt will ask to confirm your decision, then you're going to select yes and continue. And just wait for the process. So first selection, after the format is complete, the system will start copying and installing files to the virtual machine. The process can take some time. So first selection will be keeping the default option selected. We just click. So the last step of the installation is to allow the system to reboot. Then we're going to click continue and the virtual machine will restart. After it's loading up, then we go ahead and choose yes under our install grab bootloader. Then we're going to hit continue and choose grab loader, then hit continue. So the last step of this installation is to allow the system to reboot, then click continue and the virtual machine will restart. When our virtual machine reboots, you might get a menu with two choices. Select Kali GNU or Linux and hit enter on your keyboard. You will find yourself at the login screen. After this, you will need to input the user information that you created during the installation.